Hey, how's it going? Okay, so check the news. Well, it's the same gloom and doom, gloom and doom, gloom and doom. Nothing's happening at the moment. By the way, it is still September 9th, 2025. I guess Israel launches strike in Doha, Qatar against Hamas leaders. Not quite sure how that's gonna work out. Everything looks quiet at the moment. By the way, I'm watching this. I'm not watching CNN or Fox News. I usually watch, just as a, between you and me, I watch Agenda Free TV on YouTube. It's agenda-free space TV. And Steve Lookner is a very, very independent journalist. What he does is he goes on lives, Facebook, YouTube live, and he just goes and reports the news. He gets the rights to broadcast, live feeds from all around the world, or basically wherever he's focusing on at the moment. So at the moment, he's up and running. He's looking at a live feed from Doha, Qatar. He has it up. He's in a smaller screen, screen on screen. He's smaller screen, and he's basically what he does is he just scours the internet for valid news articles from all the different news agencies, and basically he'll name the news agency that he's quoting from or getting the information from. So it's not that he has he doesn't go out and find the news. He'll go out and he'll in front of you, he will assimilate the news and tell you as things happen. So if there's any explosions or whatnot, Steve Lookner will be will you say, no, explosion, ah. So basically he'll report that, but basically you get the live screen of the city in question, which is right now Doha, and he's just up there looking around and looking at the news articles and reporting to you interesting pieces of the article and who says what to who, and this is from this source and this is from that source. And I find him a very good at agenda free, and basically he's not looking at the perspective of the right. He's not looking from perspective of the left. If anything, like he'll quote from Breitbart and then quote from CNN and then quote from Fox News and then quote from Reuters or Bloomberg, and he does a very good job at what he does, and he has a lot of followers because of that, which is good. But for me, when I was in college, I started as a journalist. I switched my major, but I started in journalism. So, get to identify what a good journalist is and journalistic integrity, and he has that. So if you want to, really agenda-free TV, this is Steve Lookner goes on a few times a week. He'll go on for hours at a time. He will cover the Gaza strikes. He will cover school shootings. He will cover basically and go do that. And just to have it on and looking, you are looking at the news as it's being uncovered, as it's being discovered, and he is verifying and validating the sources. So you're not going to hear really untrue things. And if he is not sure of something, he'll say Reuters says, or this news source, they say blah 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 blah. We don't know and he'll go on to say that he doesn't know if it's true or not. He will just say they say this, and so he'll go and look for a secondary source, or just to see if other sources just lead back to the singular source. So basically he's looking for independent sources. He is a good font of knowledge, and he is, in my opinion, my humble opinion, he is a little bit more than what journalists used to be, the Ted Koppels and, just basically the Walter Cronkites. But he goes out and finds it, and basically he's doing it real time. So you see him going out and looking off camera and reading stuff and just continually scouring the internet for updates, which he will quote the sources of. Plus on the big screen, You see basically the live feed that you're looking at for any explosions or any activity or any mobs, or basically whatever the focus is of the moment. So this is a good source, agenda free TV, and it is something that I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at on the television, but this is off the internet. This is off of YouTube, and he does a good job. He does a good job, and he is not full of BS, and he's not the. It is not, he is not sponsored by anybody from the right. He is not sponsored by anybody from the left. And from the year plus, 2 years plus, I've watched him. I can't tell if he is a Democrat or a Republican. He is just that's how good a journalist he is. He just reports it. He finds the facts, he reports the facts. If he's not sure of that person reporting that fact, he'll say, this person says, or this article says, and then he will go and try to get and see if there's something similar or the same from another source. So basically, you're comparing two different independent sources, and he will tell you that, I only see it from one source. Oh, I see it from several sources. And he's a good old-fashioned journalist, and he works a lot, and he works hard, and he deserves the following that he gets from YouTube and Facebook, and he's got a Twitter account, and basically he's all set up, and it's something that is, I'm just very, very just, he does a good job. I'm astonished. I'm just very impressed. I'm very impressed from the good job he does and how he does it. And I do encourage you to, if you want to get the news, or if you want to get news that's unbiased. If you want to get news that's biased, take your pick on high budget media organizations that may or may not be telling you the truth. But Steve Lookner is pretty good at picking things out. And he doesn't tell you what he thinks. He tells you the facts. He tells you facts. He tells you sources. He tells you what's going on. But he doesn't tell you, oh, you should be upset because, or how horrible, or how he doesn't say that. He doesn't want to elicit that feeling in you of, oh, we must follow whatever, because he has a suit and a tie. He just gives you the facts, and you can do your own conclusions. He will never tell you what to think, and he's been pretty constant and consistent about that he doesn't tell you what to think. He just gives you the facts, and this person says this and that agency says that. He just tells you what the facts are, and that is for me, it's a refreshing thing. I've stopped watching CNN, I've stopped watching Fox, I've stopped following Reuters, stopped following Bloomberg, or if I do, I have that major grain of salt when I do. But for his agenda-free TV channel, he does very well, and people see it and appreciate it. And if you haven't tuned in, just try his channel. I would highly recommend it. I'm not being sponsored by him, you can tell. But yeah, what's going on right now, it's 2:39 p.m. on the 9th of September, 2025, and nothing other than the initial scenes of smoke in Doha. It's kind of, I don't want to jinx it, right? It's kind of quiet right now. I don't want to see a big bada boom. I don't want to see a little bada boom, but it's something that I'm tuning in and I'm watching as I'm doing other things. But there we go. So yeah, tune in to him. Take a look and see what you think as a news site, as a news source. So, okay. All right. Hope this finds you well. Take care. Bye.